Hey guys, just took the time to make this video recording to talk about if you hear that I'm just getting text messages because I'm doing this on my phone. I'm at Farragut Square at work, and if you can see it, that was a big old hair dryer. I don't know, but anyway, I'm gonna make this quick. Avery, I tried to do what you said, so I wrote down some notes. For this is for Marvel Point One. I guess you guys did the video Wednesday night or something like that, and I guess you're gonna post it today. Or Avery told me to post my stuff today. So Marvel Point One is some type of, I guess, one shot or something. Avery, I don't know. In all honesty, I gave it 3 stars. If I could have, I would have given it 2.5. Out of fairness, I was just really confused. So there's some strange time traveler with an earring and a goatee who I guess is the hipster version of Bane, because Maria Hill and S.H.I.E.L.D. Snatch him up from the New York Stock Exchange, reminiscent of Dark Knight Rises, and they take him to the helicarrier or whatever. He claims to be a mysterious time traveler. He does something weird. Then he calls, the Top Gun Nick Fury. So you've seen this before. Just a formula of some mysterious person shows up. They do something out of this world. Then they request, your superior as if they know him. So it just adds to the mystery factor. And so I noticed, it might not be nothing, but he had a name tag that read 171. I don't know if that means anything. The whole thing cuts between different mini stories and this time traveler who doesn't give his name to Nick Fury or Coulson. He just talks in a bunch of mumbo jumbo. It feels kind of like the Shield. What happened to the Shield comic book? Because there was some great art in there and some pretty highfalutin ideas, but I was willing to stick around. But anyway, it really feels like some mini Shield one shot with a bunch of highfalutin speech about, today the what's it called? America is number one in economy in my time because he's 100 years in the future. You're number 7, whatever. So it cuts to some story. Actually, it wasn't the new Nova story. That's the second one. First story cuts to apparently Guardians of the Universe. I only knew this because at the end of the book, they tell you to look for the books. And there's that little mini sun insignia. So Avery, you probably knew that insignia stands for Guardians of the Universe. I didn't know that. There's this really weird, hick town, and it looks like a scene out of Looper. This kid, lives with his mom out somewhere in the woods. Skrulls show up, kill his mom. He kills them with a shotgun. Shotgun ammo can apparently penetrate alien armor. And then he finds this blaster with the Guardians of the Universe insignia on it. This spaceship blows up his house, and that's it. Then it cuts to this new Nova. I don't even think they said his name. This villain, Diamond Head, shows up. They fight for a while. It kind of looks like Ed McGuinness art. I don't know if it actually was. I don't think he was on this one, though. But they fight for a little while. Nova blasts him, and then he wakes up 5 minutes later with a headache. Apparently it's really not that serious. Diamond Head was out for revenge. He can't beat this new Nova kid who looks kind of cool. He felt like something out of Mega Man. And he asks him for a ride. Nova says no and leaves. So I'm like, oh, well, okay. And another message. Then let me see. Then more ramblings from the future guy, and then Earth 212 with some girl named Miss America who kind of looks like what's her name from Teen Titans? I don't know. She looked like that. Miss America is it's cool. I guess she's Latina. I don't know if America is her actual name. She meets with Kid Loki or something at school. I don't know. He's talking to her about potential, and then he conjures up some image of Wiccan from the X-Men, who I didn't know was the son of Scarlet Witch. Miss America, Kid Loki tells Miss America, wouldn't it be great if he just didn't exist anymore? Suddenly they fight. She took real offense to that. I'm not really sure why. And then what? Yeah, they fight over Wiccan, and then it ends with a Young Avengers poster or something, and it's a checklist. Loki's trying to find them. So, okay. My favorite part of that, actually was page 22. Please don't feel weird, but I mean, there's just this panel of Miss America walking, and her outfit looks really contemporary. You know, she's in a hoodie with stars all over it, but honest to God, it looked cool. I mean, it looked like she's like, you know, like her hips are moving and if you go to page 20, because I downloaded it so I can't show you, but I mean, this is just me being nerdy about the art, but it just looked real. I mean, I keep looking at it because just my senses, I'm like, wow, it looks like she's just about to walk out of the page. That's about it. Otherwise, it seemed like yet another random mini short story. My favorite story is actually the Ant-Man story. At first, I don't know much about Ant-Man, and when I heard there might be a movie, I was like, okay, who cares? Because I don't know about Ant-Man. But then reading this mini story about Ant-Man, Dr. Doom killed his daughter. They had musings about art and how, you know, maybe if they paint, you know, maybe art deserves to be taken seriously and be silly, painting mustaches on the Mona Lisa, things like that. Doom killed Ant-Man's daughter. Ant-Man crashes, but, well, you can't tell because he's, you know, subatomic level. He goes to this Doom art gallery, and he's just facing off with all this bacteria and perfume particles and all this gala and all this stuff. And it really just ends with him talking about Doom, talking about how he's probably not a superhero, he just wants revenge. But it's interesting because he gets this really cute revenge because it just ends with him painting a mustache on a Dr. Doom, you know, life-size portrait or something, and no one can figure out what happened, and Ant-Man leaves. But it was interesting because Ant-Man's powers look kind of cool. He kind of reminded me of his costume and his powers. He like rides this arc of power on his arms and on his legs, and it looks like Orion from the New Gods. What's his bike called? Tag. You know, Orion, the Dog of War. I can't remember what that solar bike thing is, that solar harness thing he rides, but Ant-Man's powers, Avery, you know what I'm talking about. His powers kind of look like that. But actually, I was very fascinated. I mean, he made fighting eyelash mites, which creeped me out, by the way, but he made that seem really interesting. So I'm like, wow, I'd love to see a movie where there's not a real villain per se, but it's just like the Magic School Bus or something, honestly. So I love Ant-Man now. I'm researching more and everything. That's my favorite part of Marvel Point One. Let me see. The last one is Forge somewhere. Forge from the X-Men is somewhere talking to himself. It's like Castaway. He refers to himself as Skitch for some reason. He's building some fortress. I don't know if he's on Genosha or what, but he's just fixing things. I don't know. He looks up and there are these planetary wheels and these gears and things turning, and he's like, I didn't build that. What's it doing here? But I can fix it. So I'm like, okay. He fixes this structure, and then he goes to this panel, and this brain monster or something just starts attacking him. He pulls all these levers, traps it, and then it cuts back to the first panel where he was underground, and so it looks like a dream sequence. And then he goes outside, someone calls his name, and apparently Cable shows up, and Forge asks Cable, so that brain monster was representative of me or something? Cable's like, yeah, more or less. Cable suddenly has his arm back, but it's shrunken, and it's in a sling, and he's like, so can you fix me? And Forge is like, what? And I'm like, huh? And so it ends with future time traveler guy with Nick Fury and Coulson in interrogation. The guy says the word Kobik, K-O-B-I-K. All the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents suddenly turn on Nick Fury. Nick Fury calls Maria Hill. They storm in. She or somebody shoots the time traveler guy dead. Coulson and all of them waste all these, you know, S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, and it's sad and it sucks. They were honorable men and women. And, you know, it ends with Nick Fury like, we need background on the word Kobik. I was actually kind of scared he said that, because I was like, wait, this guy just said it and all hell broke loose. You're going to say the word again? But it was all fine. And then she's like, Avengers Initiative. We need to look into the Avengers Initiative. So I'm like, okay. So, Avery, I can't remember what you said about Marvel Point One. I don't know if there's going to be another one or if it was just a one-shot with a whole, and it's just an anthology of books to come. It's weird because at the end of it, it shows the covers for Nova, Guardians of the Galaxy, Cobalt, and Uncanny X-Force or whatever. A mad Young Avengers cover looks like Teen Titans from Cartoon Network. But whatever. So it was interesting. My favorite part of it was Ant-Man. So I guess it did its job of showcasing books to come and trying to tell us what's on its way. So I'll pick up Ant-Man. Hopefully it will be more serious, but it was cute that he just wanted revenge for his daughter, but it was really unorthodox revenge because he just trolled Doctor Doom, and I really like Doctor Doom, so that was awesome. So yeah, I don't know if you guys did the episode already. I'm interested to hear what the next Avery Has Issues Part 2 podcast will be like. So those are my thoughts. I meant to give it a 2.5, but I went ahead and gave it 3 stars on Comixology. It was interesting, and if I can, I'll pick up Ant-Man or whatever. So that's it. Looking forward to the episode, guys. PCP's I guess Avery's Issues Part 2. That's what these thoughts were for. So I'll see you guys for the next batch of Marvel Now books. Peace out.